Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Hermit Skies. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having an amazing day. I have been hard at work. We now are growing a whole bunch of crops that we weren't growing before. So I spent probably a good couple hours earlier today making a bunch of new seeds and getting enough seeds to plant full fields of them, getting them all automated and put into my ME system. So we are now growing emeralds, nether seeds. These can be used to make all sorts of different nether resources, soul sand, netherrack, I think nether brick, different things. It's kind of like one of the more base crafting materials like dirt and water and stuff. Over here we have glowstone. We've got vibrant alloy, invar, dark steel, solarium, nether quartz, and then over here I haven't automated these yet, but electrum, energetic alloy, and wood. So we're now growing a whole bunch of different types of resources that we weren't before. That means we essentially have like infinite of this stuff. I want to make 5 more because we have 5 more slots. So I think we're going to make signalum, enderium, electrical steel, pulsating iron, and fluix seeds. I think that's going to be kind of the way to go here. Let's go sleep real quick since it is the nighttime. Server. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I think we're good. Sometimes it's kind of weird. Sometimes like I'll log in and I'll just have a bad connection, and then I'll log out and log back in and I'm good to go. So I think we're actually okay. All right, so let's see here. I think first we need to actually make the resources, right? So we need 4 of the whatever resource the seed is going to be to make that type of seed. Signalum's easy to make, just 3 copper, 1 silver, and 10 redstone. Throw that in an alloy smelter, and ta-da! We have 4 signalum ingots. Piece of cake. This, on the other hand, is a little bit trickier. Enderium base, little trickier. We can toss... Oh, oops. I missed a thing. I need platinum. There we go. If I remember correctly, it is 2 tin, 1 silver, and 1 platinum. Yeah, that makes 4 enderium base. Then you chuck that in with 1 pyrotheum dust and 2 ender pearls. And basically, it's the recipe. 4 enderium base. We'll do the recipe twice. But that'll make us enderium. So we can make enderium seeds now as well. A lot of you have been telling me to make nether quartz seeds, or nether star seeds. You're like, you just need 4 nether stars. Which is actually super easy. Like we're only 1 nether star away, and we do have the insanium that we would need. The problem is when you grow these, you need to put them on top of dirt or whatever, and then underneath you need a nether star crux. I don't think we have one. We might have gotten one from a loot bag. Let's just see. Nether. Yeah, we have 1. But then to make more, we need these withering souls. We need nether stars, but we also need these withering souls. And these are like a 35% drop from the wither. And I don't really want to have a nether star farm that consists of a single plant. So I think what I want to do is I want to save up until we have some more of those withering souls. And we'll kind of cross that bridge when we come to it. I also actually made awakened draconium seeds. I have one. However, what I didn't realize is that awakened draconium is pretty much the same thing. In order to grow this, in order to grow the seed, you need an awakened draconium crux. And this thing's pretty hard to make. This is, we need a dragon heart, which means we're gonna have to kill the ender dragon. We need some awakened draconium and all this other kind of stuff as well. I only had enough awakened draconium from a loot bag to make the seed. I don't have enough to make a crux, so we can't actually grow that right now. But the rest of this we can do, and then we'll basically have the first layer of our farm all done, other than, you know, the aesthetic portion of it where we have to make it look pretty and finish off the actual greenhouse thing itself, which is something that at the moment is obviously still in need of doing. And that's something we'll probably do in today's episode. So I'm going to go ahead and make all of these into seeds, grow them up into crops, plant them properly in their respective fields, and then I'll be back. All right, guys, I have done it. We're good. It's all finished. So we've got all of the different crops growing. I actually decided to swap out the signalum for steel. This has actually been running now for maybe an hour or two, and we have already like kind of absurd amounts of all of these different types of things. So like if we look at signalum, I have 1,500 signalum ingots just from this farm. So I think we'll probably be good because signalum really isn't used for that many different things. So we probably don't need like ridiculous amounts of it. But I think this is the one. Yeah. This one right here. This is the glass that we're going to use. And I've kind of done some work here with this frame. I've been experimenting with a couple different things. I think first thing we should probably do is just get these windows in place. Because I know I am going to want these like big kind of windows here. So we might as well get those put down. And then we can kind of work on some of the other stuff. So right here, I'm thinking what we'll do is maybe something like this. Yeah, let's bring that all the way across. And we'll just go... Yeah, we'll go all the way over right here. Okay. So we'll do something like that, and then we should just be able to use our chisel, or not our chisel, our builder's wand to bring that all the way over. Yeah, that looks nice. That's pretty good. And then we'll get the quartz, these slabs, kind of put in place. I'm growing quartz here, I think. So we're not going to run out of quartz. We'll have plenty of it. We are going to use an absurd amount of glass, but that's okay. Glass is not hard to get. So we should be pretty good. So we'll get the windows in place. We'll get the ceiling in place. And then from there, I mean, this is very kind of boring, this bit. Let's try and do, let's do it this way. Let's do like this little quarter of it together, minus this wall, because I don't know yet what I want to do here. This wall actually connects to the building, so I can't just make this a giant greenhouse wall like the rest of it, but I'll figure something out to kind of deck that out and make it look pretty. But let's do a little bit of this together. So let's grab some quartz slabs here. Just a few. And let's grab some actual quartz blocks as well. And I'm thinking, what's the pillar? Ah, like that. There we go. A vanilla Minecraft recipe. You can see how much I use quartz in vanilla. That's all right. Mostly because it's like ridiculously annoying to get. Let's go here. And we'll kind of turn this into a pillar, I think, that goes up like so. And I think that looks pretty good. And then what we'll do, remember when I was talking last episode about how this was a little bit too limestoney, like there was just too much limestone? I think what we'll do is maybe something like this, right? And we'll kind of bring this pillar over like so and put a chiseled here. So we'll have kind of this like quartz walkway or border, I guess you would say. And we could even make this bit right here stairs, perhaps, or something. Let's try the pillar for the moment. Oop. And see what we think of this. As I said, we'll do kind of this. Oof. Server is not liking when I'm putting down blocks. There we go. Let's try something like this. We'll do this quarter of the building together, and then I'll do the rest of it off camera. Let's see. I'm going to need 2 more of these guys. So we'll go 1 here. And these pillars will come to there, chiseled. Bring this bit back. I don't know. Maybe I would prefer the stone here. Or not stone, the stairs, I should say. Maybe stairs would be better. It's hard to say for sure. You know, we'll experiment with a couple different things. I do kind of like this very light-colored aesthetic, though. I think this is good. We need to go back to our stained glass, which we will put here. We're going to end up using chisels and bits along this little bit to essentially make sure that these are not spawnable, so we don't have anything spawning on these bits. Enderman, there's a mega torch, like right here. There's a mega torch directly above me right now. I don't think that this guy is out of range of the mega torch, so I'm almost thinking, and I have seen these guys popping up throughout the base too, so I'm almost wondering if even the mega torch doesn't stop those stupid Endermen from spawning. But maybe I just need to put down another mega torch and it is actually out of range. I'm not entirely sure. I thought the range was like 64 blocks in every direction. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's like 32 or something like that. Either way, not a big deal. So we'll do that. Now let's grab some quartz slabs. And I think what we'll do is this and then probably something like this, right? So this whole thing will end up being quartz slabs. So we are going to use quite a bit of quartz here, but it's the only thing that comes in a slab and is the color that I want. It's the only white slab that I can think of in the game. And yes, I know I could use chisels and bits to get like marble slabs or something like that. But honestly, making slabs and stairs out of chisels and bits is really kind of tedious compared to just using something that is actually slabs. So, yeah. Let's go here. I do know I want basically this entire thing to have a layer of slabs on top of it, because we're not going to put any other, you know, parts of the mansion above this at all. It's just going to be this. There we go. So we'll do something along those lines. That all seems fine. And then over here, how many slabs do I have left? I got a fair amount. We should have enough to at least finish this little bit off. And glass isn't spawnable to begin with, so that's fine. So we'll go here, there, and like so. This one's already been done. So then we just need to make a row of slabs like that. There we go. So let's see, how does that look from down here? I'm good with that. We could even do, rather than chisels and bits, potentially, we could do just quartz slabs right there on the window. And that actually doesn't look bad. Yeah, that's not horrible. I mean, chisels and bits would be cooler for sure, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. That might do the job. I was kind of thinking of just doing like a single layer of limestone, because it would prevent spawning. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. We'll see. But this seems acceptable, especially once we get all of the glass and stuff in place. I think it'll be pretty good. So let me get back to work on this, guys. I'll be with you in a minute. All right, guys, I'm back, and I think it's good. This is our greenhouse, and it's, you know, fairly simple, but I think it looks really good, especially with that sunset there. Oof, that's beautiful. Just captures the sunset perfectly. So I like that quite a lot. But this is all good. We're growing tons of resources now, and everything should be good on that front, and it should be pretty easy to expand as well. As I said last episode, I think if we want to expand it, well, or when we want to expand it, which will honestly probably be pretty soon. Basically, we'll just add like an elevator, and it will drop you down to a new layer. And that'll work. I also put a mega torch right here to see if that would prevent the Enderman from spawning. I'm hopeful that it will, but I guess we'll find out. But either way, we're growing tons and tons and tons of different types of resources now that we were not growing before. Now, I think, and it's hard to say for sure because I don't really need to do this. I mean, I'm thinking there's an item in the mod pack called the seed reprocessor. This guy right here. And it's not super difficult to make, but basically what it does is it turns seeds back into their respective essence. So, you know, if we have extra dirt seeds, we can turn them back into dirt essence and stuff like that. And I do have a lot of extra seeds for all these crops, like here, for example. These are completely maxed out. I have 9,000 of these seeds. I'm never going to use that many. The thing is, I'm maxed out on the essence. Like, I'm never going to need more than 27,000 fire and water essence at a time. So I really don't think it's worth it to make the seed reprocessor and recycle the seeds. Maybe what we should do is just, I think we'll just hold on to them in a storage drawer in case I ever decide to move, you know, some of the farms around or something like that. But I think for the most part, we'll just leave it be. I was considering making that seed reprocessor. I do wish that there was an item that would turn the essence back into seeds. Like you could take 8 essence and turn them into a seed or something. That would be pretty cool and would be certainly worth doing, at least for kind of the early grind. So I think the next thing that I do want to do, let's grab ourselves a soul vial or 2, and we're gonna go on a trip. We're gonna head to the deep dark. And hopefully we won't die in the process, but we should be fine. I've got torches, right? Yeah, I've got torches. We're good. So we're going to go to the deep dark, and we are going to attempt to capture an elusive mob known as a blizz. I have seen a few of them. It's not a blaze, it's a blizz, but it's basically a blaze. It's like an ice blaze, I guess is the way you would describe it. And it's actually really useful and very important that we get one. So every time I've come into the deep dark, I've seen a few of them spawn. I'm hoping that this time is no different. But at the moment, we're not having a whole lot of luck. Instead, we're just getting regular mobs. Why don't we, actually, well, I've got Enderman. Yeah, you know what? Let's grab an Enderman too while we're at it. What's this over here? Why is this lit up? I don't know why. I have no idea why that's lit up. Oh, I see. So some of this is like Taiga Hills, Extreme Hill. Okay, so basically you can see the biome up there in the upper left. Now, blizzes only spawn in cold biomes, I believe. So we're looking for like, I don't know. We're looking for some sort of really cold biome. Also, you know what I should really do? Now that I'm done with this quarried area, we should really just unclaim this and take it off of our list of loaded chunks. No blizzes, though. I feel slightly cheated. There is there's a little bit of stone or a little bit of snow there, though. So maybe if we fly away for a little bit, you know, far enough away to let those the mobs over there despawn. I'm going to throw it on a torch just to prevent any damage. We'll let that stuff despawn, and then let's head back and see if maybe if we spawn in a new batch of enemies, maybe a blizz will spawn for us. That's what we're hoping for. I can't believe that every single time I've come here before. Oh, there's one. There's a blizz right here. Okay, so we're going to grab you. And now we should be good. So let's see here. Let's just slash home. There we go. All right, so we have ourselves a blizz. Now, blizzes drop blizz rods, which are totally not ice blaze rods. They're basically ice blaze rods. And those blizz rods can be turned into blizz powder, which ultimately can be turned into cryothium. Cryothium is very useful and very important. If we want to do anything with like thermal expansion, basically at all, Blizz Rods. Gonna be super, super necessary. Also, gelid cryotheum, which you get from basically putting cryotheum just in a magma crucible. This is pretty much the best extreme reactor liquid insulation type deal thing that exists. Like, it's very, very good for cooling your reactor. Better than Resonant Ender by a significant margin. I wouldn't say it's like infinitely better, but it's enough to make it worth upgrading, in my opinion, at least. So we're gonna want blizzes. Now, I think I've gotten a couple of blizz rods. I wonder if I could, you know what, we may not have even had to catch this blizz. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, because I can make 5 blizz essence into 3 blizz rods, and we could just grow blizz seeds. So we would need blizz chunks. That's probably worth it. How much Solium do I have? I've got 2. I did find out, I think it was from watching Jassassin's video. Solium is actually a tinker's construct material. Like, you could make a proper sword out of it. And then, basically, like, you're good. You can make a proper sword out of it, and then you don't have to worry anymore about, using that blizz dagger. It has that same property, where it will smelt different things. So I think we probably want to do that. Let's grab ourselves wide guard, tough guard, sword blade. There we go. Put that right here. That's still going. That's fine. Let's go get some prosperity shards and some of this other kind of stuff. And actually, you know what? I should really automate the production of obsidian again as well. I suppose we could do that like over here or something. Wouldn't be very hard to do. Let's look here. We've got 8 of these superheating elements. I do have, I believe, 8 crucibles. Yeah. We'll go fluid. Grab some fluid conduits. Grab some buckets. And then we want our chiseled stone bit, and I need my chiseled bit bags. Like so. And let's also grab a stone. There we go. And a chisel. So we'll just automate this, and I think what we can probably do, we will want a chest. We're going to want to import this directly into our ME system once we do automate it. The question is where to put it. I mean, I suppose we could put it in here with the Tinker's Smeltery. Let me think about this for a minute, guys. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and I decided not to automate the obsidian. What I didn't think about was the fact that while my quarry was running, it was actually mining obsidian. So I have several thousand obsidian right now, and I don't really need that much. And we can automate it very, very easily in the future if I ever do decide, yeah, you know what, I need all the obsidian that ever existed in the game of Minecraft. What I did decide to do is I did go ahead and make the Solium Broadsword here. I used a silver tool rod to give it holy, which means it'll do additional damage against zombies, which are primarily what I'm going to be killing with that thing. And then it's got a prosperity cross guard and a Solium blade. The Solium does have to be on the blade or it doesn't work properly. So that's the thing. I also need to come in here, and I'm tearing down our old farm because I really just don't need it anymore. I mean, the only thing it was producing that I can't get in other ways is nothing. So it's just not needed. I don't need it anymore. It's time to go. It served its purpose. you know, it served us well for a while there, but at this point, we have bigger, better farms, and this thing is kind of an eyesore, so it's time to get rid of it. But while I'm doing this, there is one thing I wanted to talk about, and that was events. So those of you who remember back to episode 1, remember that we had talked about doing weekly community events, and there hasn't been one yet, and I've started to get a couple questions as to what's going on with those, and if they were just like, you know, made up, or if they're really gonna happen. We're still working on it. I believe the first one is like ready to go. We're just having some difficulty scheduling a time that works for I don't want to say everybody, because it's pretty hard to schedule a time that it will literally work for 16 people spread across the entire globe who all have wildly different lives and schedules and stuff. But finding a time that works for, you know, the majority of people is proving to be a little bit of a challenge, and that's okay. But it is something that we are still working on. So for those of you who are wondering what the deal is with the community events, now you know. There you go. That's your answer. That's what's going on. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So yeah, but that's basically just as I said, something that we've kind of been working on. I believe what's going on is Iskal's build team is like building the events. So we're not having, so we, the Hermits, don't have any like prior knowledge of exactly what the events are going to be. You know, that way, like, nobody has an advantage. And then it's going to be some sort of an event. And it's not going to be the same thing every week. So like, I think the first one is some sort of PvP, maybe? I don't know. I've overheard something about an arena, but I don't know if that's true or not. But I'm sure there will be some of them that are PvP, but then it's not going to be just PvP. It's going to be PvP, and then maybe we'll have like challenges. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll do trivia or something. Who knows? But the idea is we're gonna try and mix it up and do different things. So we're not meeting up every single week for PvP or the same thing, because, you know, some of us enjoy PvP and some of us, like myself, don't really enjoy PvP. So I think it'll be good to kind of mix it up. But it's something that's still being worked on. So at the moment, I know we said weekly, but just think of it as like a beginning of the series wait. It's like a waiting period while we get everything kind of up and running and get schedules coordinated and all that kind of stuff. So for those of you who have been waiting, I appreciate your patience, and we will hopefully be getting the first one of those events recorded for all of you guys very soon, so you can see it in our videos and stuff. Unfortunately, though, guys, I am out of time for this episode, so I do have to call this one right here. My friends, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.